Garry and I'm going to be doing a 20 minutes core focus Pilates routine. Before you start, so during this routine, if you feel at all unwell, then please stop and just make sure you've got a nice bit of space around you so we're working nice and safe. Brilliant. Okay, I'm going to move over to the mat. We're going to start off lying down for this routine. So in a relaxation position, I bring myself down to the mat, nice and slow, and control one vertebrae at a time. So feet are on the mat, my feet are hip distance apart, so legs are hip distance apart all the way down. I look for a nice neutral pelvis, so I can roll pelvis back and I can take pelvis forwards. I'm looking for a nice gentle lift of the spine off the mat, so I can just put my fingers just under my lumbar spine, just here. I take my shoulders back and down. I've got a really nice relaxed open chest. Hands come to the side, palms facing down. I make sure I'm lengthening through the crown, so I've got a nice lengthened spine, eyes are facing up towards the ceiling. I always like to start off with a little bit of breathing, so we can do inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. As I exhale through the mouth, I do a nice pursed lips, and this engages those inner abdominal muscles. And as I inhale, I'm inhaling into the back and side of my ribs. And every time I exhale, I'm pulling belly button towards the spine, also engaging through pelvic floor, so I can feel a nice scooping feeling every time I exhale. So let's start off, we can do a nice big inhale. Let's take arms up and over the head on the inhale. And as we exhale, we can take those arms back to the side. I want you to notice as you inhale, you notice your spine lifting more off the mat. And as we exhale, we pull the arms back and over. I want you to push your spine into the mat. So engaging those core muscles and pushing the spine into the mat. So inhale back and exhale forwards. Inhale back and exhale. We go forwards, a nice easy one to start off with. We're going to up it now so we can inhale back. And as we exhale this time, arms come up and over the head. Head comes off the mat, your shoulders come off the mat. We roll forwards. And then hands reach to the other side of the room like so. You notice your ribcage slides along towards your hips. Inhale back. So a nice crunch. Exhale as we reach in forward. See how high you can come up off the mat. Inhale back. We're going to do 6 of these until we progress it. If you do want to progress it a bit more, you can always do hands behind your head. Push your hands into your head into your hands. I was just thinking, does that make sense? I'm going to continue doing it like this. This is my preferred option. We're going to do one more. And as we come up this time, we are going to stay up. We're going to stay up and then we're going to pulse the arms. So we're going to do the hundreds. So we're pulsing the arms from the shoulder socket. And inhale for 5 pulses. Exhale for 5 pulses. We can then do it, exhale if you want to. We can take one leg up into tabletop. And then we can do the other leg up into tabletop. Now that both our legs are off the mat, we're pushing our spine into the mat. If you want to, we could take one leg up. We can do the other leg up. Really nice. And if we want to progress it even more, we can do legs apart. Look at me, got my legs apart. We can do legs together, and you can take your legs down. The lower you take your legs, the harder it's going to be. So just find which one works for you. Nice, we can do an inhale for 5, exhale. Let's do for 3, and a 2, and a 1, and then we can just pull those legs in towards us, your knees towards us. We can give ourselves a little bit of a rock from side to side, and then we should feel our core muscles nicely warmed up for the rest of the routine. I'm going to come up into seated. You can come into seated however you want. I choose to do a nice roll up, reaching up towards the ceiling or the sky, coming over. And then we can just give ourselves a nice stretch. Maybe we can start off with a nice spine stretch. So in a spine stretch, bit of a tongue twister, I've got my feet mat distance apart. I'm up on my sit bones and I lengthen up through, so lengthening the spine, kind of pushing the crown of your head, pointing the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. I'm going to do my hands out in front like so. Shoulders come back and down. Lots of things to remember. We can do a nice big inhale and exhale. We can come forward, trying to create a nice curved shape in your spine. So inhale. Remember on that exhale, we're scooping up through core, engaging pelvic floor. Very nice. We're just going to do 6 of these. And these are just to get a really nice stretch on your spine if you've been sat down all day at a desk or standing all day. Really nice just to get a nice stretch for your spine. Lovely. We come back up to that nice lengthened spine position. Take your hands to the side and we're going to then pull my legs in. So create a nice right angle here through your legs. And then I'm just going to pull again any fleshy bits out the way so we're up on our sit bones like so. I'm going to take my hands just underneath my thighs and then we're going to start off with just doing a nice gentle roll back. So we do inhale. As we exhale, we roll the pelvis back. And we're trying to get a really nice curve on the spine. Inhale, up lengthen spine. Exhale, bring belly button towards spine, creating a nice C shape. Lovely. If you want to, you can take the arms away and we can inhale and see how far you can come back. We're not coming back all the way. You should feel your core muscles. As you come back, think about your abs. And maybe we can do one more. I always like to then target our obliques. So we can keep our hands forward like so, shoulders nice and back and down. Lengthening up through the crown. This time, we're going to inhale, exhale. We're going to bring one hand to the side, open up, and we're watching that hand as it comes back. We come back up to center. And then we can do the other side. Nice big exhale as you come back, watching that hand. We're getting a little bit of rotation through the spine. Feel your obliques. Or your love handles. Can I say that? So we open up. Doing 6 on both sides. I quite like the number 6. And then we can do 2 more. So 2. And then make this your best one you've done yet. Lovely. We're going to do one more roll back variation. So this time we're going to inhale, exhale as we roll back. And then we can just stay back here. So we can do a nice big inhale back here. And we can exhale, lift arms. Lift arms, keeping that nice curved shape in your spine. Every time we exhale, we're engaging through core. We're doing 6, so we're doing one more. Lovely. Inhale. Come back up to that lovely lengthened spine. Lovely. We're now going to come back down to the mat into lying position. So inhale, exhale. We come down with control, one vertebrae at a time. Lovely. Remember all those points I spoke about at the start. So we've got that neutral pelvis, nice open chest. Eyes are looking up, lengthen the spine. We're going to pull one knee in towards, and I'm going to then bring head up towards that knee. So looking at that knee, almost forehead touching the knee, so we're getting a nice stretch through your spine. I'm lengthening the other leg like so. Let's do a nice deep inhale and exhale. I'm going to swap, and now I'm trying to pull this knee towards my head, creating a nice curve again in your spine. And then we're going to speed that up. So we're going to do inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Every time we swap, we're doing that exhale, and we're engaging our core muscles. Think about your form. We're not going too fast. We're really controlling that movement, and we're feeling our abs are really reaching away with that leg. I think I may have lost count. Let's do one more. And then let's bring both knees in towards us this time. So both knees in towards us, forehead almost touching your knees. This time we're going to do an inhale, exhale. We can reach those legs away. If you want to, we can take arms behind and around. And then we've got a nice double leg. Lovely. Double leg stretch. Inhale. Let's do two more. Lovely. We can then pull those knees in towards us, give ourselves a little bit of a rock from side to side. Relieve any tension. Maybe we can do some nice knee circles. Ooh, that feels quite nice. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to bring myself onto the side. So we've worked a lot of the core, also through the obliques. So a couple of exercises here which are going to target the obliques, so sides. I'm going to have my elbow directly underneath my shoulder. I use the mat to create a nice straight line, so you see the straight line of the mat. As I up like this, I'm not just relaxing, just chillaxing into the mat. I'm using a nice strong, using my core to lift myself up nice and strong, like so. A couple of options here. So for easier option, you can bend the bottom leg like that, a nice right angle. What we're going to do is we're going to come up like so. So up to you, can do that position like so. We can then do front leg forward like that, or we can do stack, so we can have feet on top of each other. Up to you. I quite like this option, so I'm going to go somewhere in between like so. So we can do inhale, exhale, we're lifting those hips up nice and high, inhaling down. We're going to do 6. Nice. Every time we come up, we're trying to get those hips up towards the ceiling. Try and create a nice straight line so the hips are rolling back or forwards. Lovely, make that the final one. I'm just going to roll the mat over a little bit because actually my arm's a little bit painful. That's actually quite a good one if you're feeling it on your elbow. We're going to come up again this time. This time we're going to do hand up in the air. And we're going to do exhale as we reach that hand underneath us. Inhale, up. We're getting a nice bit of rotation. Inhaling up. Really working those obliques. Lovely. Keep that movement nice and controlled. And to reach just underneath, like threading the needle. Really nice. And I think we can do one more. And we reach up. Nice big inhale, exhale. We can come back down to the mat. Woo, that felt good. And then going to bring myself over to the other side, like so. Again, I've got my elbow directly underneath my shoulder, like so. Using the mat to create a nice straight line. So choose your option. So which option you ever did. So maybe you may have been this option, like so, with this bottom leg bent. Maybe you could have been like this, like I did, or maybe you were being really brave and you were stacked like so. Make sure your hips aren't rocking backwards or rocking forwards. Actually, I'm just going to bend the mat over like so. So foot forwards. We're going to do a nice big inhale, exhale as we bring that hip up towards the ceiling. Nice. Bring that hip right up. As you come up, we're pulling in through the core. Every time we return back to the mat, we're making sure we're not slumping. Nice, strong posture. And I think we've got one more. Lovely. And this time, when we come up, you can take that hand up into the air, reaching up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, reaching below you, inhale up. Creating a really nice line. Make sure you're channeling that nice lengthened spine. Lovely. Getting a nice bit of rotation. Maybe you can watch that hand as it comes up. We've got two more. Lovely. And then one more. Reaching up. We can bring those hips down. Lovely. So we've done our sides. I'm just going to roll over onto my front, like so. I think when we do core exercises, because we've done our abs, we've done our bigs, it's always quite nice to do low back, so you're doing it all the way around, doing a 360. A nice simple one here. So come down to the mat, my legs are hip distance apart, pushing the front of pelvis or hips into the mat, engaging through core. Lovely. I'm just going to let's do my hands to the side like so. So I like to think of being a cactus. Forehead comes down to the mat, and then we can do a nice big inhale. As we exhale, nose kind of slides along the mat a little bit, so we're lengthening spine. Eyes look at the mat the whole time. Inhale down. Lovely. We're doing it nice and slow and controlled, and doing it with your breath. The eyes are always looking down on the mat, so we've got a nice lengthened spine. Lovely. And then this time we can stay up. Let's see if we can stay up, and what we can do, keep that position, nice lengthening through the crown. We can do an inhale, exhale, arms come up. Notice your shoulder blades meeting. We're working those rhomboids. These are the muscles that keep your shoulders back and down, gives you a nice posture. Let's do 3 and a 2 and a 1. Lovely. Now I'm going to use my hands just to pull myself back into a lovely child's pose, everyone's favourite, forehead on the mat, trying to get my bum towards my heels, reaching forwards, and then from here we can do a nice big inhale, inflating back and side of ribs, and one more. And then slowly we can bring ourselves up into seated position. And that's it. That was 20 minutes, I hope, core focused exercises. I hope you enjoyed it. My name's Gary. Thanks for joining me.